goals. They're self-defined goals. If you can teach people to stand up in the face of the things they're afraid of, they get stronger. And you don't know what the upper limits to that are, because you might ask yourself, like, if for 10 years, if you didn't avoid doing what you knew you needed to do, by your own definitions, right, within the value structure that you've created to the degree that you've done that, what would you be like? Well, you know, there are remarkable people who come into the world from time to time, and there are people who do find out over decades-long periods what they could be like if they were who they were, if they spoke their being forward. And they get stronger and stronger and stronger, and we don't know the limits to that. We do not know the limits to that. And so you could say, well, in part, perhaps the reason that you're suffering unbearably can be left at your feet, because you're not everything you could be, and you know it. And of course, that's a terrible thing to admit, and it's a terrible thing to consider, but there's real promise in it, right? Because it means that perhaps there's another way that you could look at the world, and another way that you could act in the world. So what it would reflect back to you would be much better than what it reflects back to you now.
Life is a fight for territory. And once you stop fighting for what you want, what you don't want will automatically take over. And so it's a fight, it's a challenge in life every day. And what we have to do is embrace it. What we have to do is see it as a project to be worked on. I read something once that I live by. It said, in life, you will always be faced with a series of God-ordained opportunities, brilliantly disguised as problems and challenges. And so I see even cancer as a gift, as a God-ordained opportunity.
A life without pain is a life without challenge, and a life without challenge is a life without growth. So not only do I embrace the challenge, embrace the pain associated with challenge and growth, but I even look forward to it in many regards. Some people think I'm strange, but sometimes I even ask for it. Send me a challenge, God, that you think should rid the world of pain. I invoke, please, give me some challenges here, because I need to be tested. I need to be stronger. I need to grow in my resolve with whatever weakness is in my character. Pain is a beautiful thing. Challenge is what life is about. A life without challenge, a life without pain is a life without growth. And where there is no growth, there is stale, stagnant energy. And that's where most people live. Because most people's lives are designed around treading a path that is void of challenge. The minute they recognize challenge or pain, they move the other way. This is a primal instinct and normal and natural, but a weak perspective. Most people are bored if you ask them, what do you think about your life? Same old, same shit, different day, things of this nature. That's because they're living their lives in a lie that is shrouded in comfort. It doesn't exist. They're not challenged, they're not growing, they're bored, and they're better off dead. Lightness is found in pain. Embrace it, love it, and grow from it.
Winning is not about the trophy and the accolades. It's about the grind. It's about the obstacles. It's about the challenges. It's about the pain that you endure along the way.
When you give it your all and you're willing, you give up that, put all your will, all your effort, and look past the temporary pain of it to what that pain will dry and solidify into later, as this being the down payment for the future investment to come. Willing to sacrifice this now for the belief of what tomorrow can be. You know, you must hope and believe in yourself if you ever want to see what that hope can turn into, what that belief can turn into. By doing this every day, repetitively, those are the measures that lead to the big moments of success that everyone sees in life. No one sees the struggle in here. No one sees the hardship. the early mornings you get up. No one sees any of that. They just see if your hand's raised or not. And if it is, oh, what a great guy. Oh, I wish I could be that guy. I wish I could be that guy. But they're not clapping, wishing they could be you at 5 in the morning when you get out of bed, when it's pissing rain outside, to come and train for that hand to be raised. They don't want to be that guy. They just want the glory. And that's the differential of a champion. You know, in adversity, guys, is where you find character.
Winning is in all of us. We all want to win. Everybody wants the end result, and they want to feel the sugar and the confetti and all that other stuff. But what you have to endure to win, no one wants to talk about. And that's what really winning is about, because you spend more time enduring it and being not in a good place. And I wanted to bring it out and say, hey, no matter what you do in life, where you're at, this is what winning takes.
It's hard, it's lonely, you have to love it, you have to be a firefighter. And so I would say proceed, do it, but be realistic. We're living in fairy tale land right now around entrepreneurship. This is a hard game, and we've had a great economy globally for the last 8 years. So I would say be prepared for some punches in the stomach, in the mouth, and other places. And if that sounds great, then proceed. But if you're doing it because you want to be on a yacht in the Caribbean in a couple of months, you're gonna lose.
Are you truly doing whatever it takes? Now, whatever it takes, obviously everyone has a different version of what that entails. And you know, it's just, if you have a goal in mind and you want to achieve that goal, you have to be willing to do whatever it takes. And if you're not, you're never going to reach that goal. If you're not willing to do what it takes, at least be willing to fucking admit it. So, do whatever it takes, reach your goals, make your dreams come true in whatever it is in life. And you can always do more. The more you put into anything, the more you get out. To understand that you need to do whatever it takes. You want to make that shit successful, then you need to be busting your ass, doing whatever it takes, putting everything into it.
Change your mindset, change your life. Get inspired with exclusive speeches, uplifting music, and thousands of quotes by downloading the Motivate app for free by tapping the link in the description below.
When you know within yourself that there's something you want to do, and I believe that all of us were born with a purpose, that all of us have something that we are supposed to do, that all of us have some goodness within us, and that goodness gives us a responsibility to manifest our greatness. And when you know that, you can feel it in your guts, and you know that you're deliberately operating below your potential. You've gotten comfortable. You stop expanding, you stop stretching, you stop challenging yourself. Let me share something else with you. Not only is it possible for you to have your dream, but it's necessary. It's necessary that you have it, that you work on it, that you develop yourself, that you go for what is yours in the universe. It's necessary to know that everybody won't see it, that everybody won't join you, that everybody won't have the vision. You know, you have to know within yourself that I can do this. Even if no one else sees it for me, I must see it for myself.
My parents, my best friends, everyone in my life told me I was stupid. I dropped out of college for this shit. And everyone from A to Z told me, like, you're fucking up, you shouldn't be doing that. It's not gonna work, you can't make money playing video games. And I kind of tuned them all out. I felt like I saw something that they didn't see, and it all worked out for me. So my advice would be, fuck what anybody thinks or says. If you feel it, if you really feel it, then run it.
Live your life and make your mark. God put you on this earth to do something significant. You're not supposed to be another person that lived and died and didn't do anything significant. You have a vision, you have an idea, you have a genius idea that's in your mind, that's brewing and it's orchestrating. You should understand this, that it was always going to be your family and your friends that would be the first ones to try and talk you out of your vision and your big idea. That's why you're supposed to live your life. Focus on your intentions and do your thing. If I had paid attention to what people thought I was going to do with my life and what my career path would be, I would not be Tyrese Gibson. Every multi-millionaire and every multi-billionaire in this world that are living on the top, they've all decided that I'm going to commit myself to this career, this vision, this goal, sports, training, education, no parties. They're going to call you names. They're going to say you're corny. They're going to call you a square. They're going to say that you're a weirdo because you don't f with nobody. Those are the characteristics of a champion. Those are the characteristics of someone that have said that I have decided that I'm going to create a shift in this universe. If you look at documentaries on Steve Jobs and Oprah and President Obama and all of the above, they are weird because they've seen things that no one else seen for their career path. They're living beyond what is expected because they were obedient to the vision.
So you've got to be willing to stay focused, to be creative, to be relentless, because things are going to happen to you when you're working on your dream. No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it.
Life is not always about conquering. Often it's simply about enduring. Sometimes it's just about enduring, and you have to know when to conquer and when to endure. We're called to stand firm, stand our ground, stay put and endure, to not give up, to not quit, to not run away. I want to encourage you not to give up, not to quit, but to endure. Endure by definition means to hold out against. You gotta hold out sometimes. Well, what good is it to conquer but not endure? What good is it to gain ground if you don't know how to stand your ground? Don't give in, don't quit, but endure. Stay the course.
Don't deviate. Don't procrastinate. Don't become frustrated. All you have to do to win this battle is stay on track.
Anybody can give up. Anybody can let it overwhelm you. But you know what that's doing? Wasting your pain. That pain is not there to stop you. It's there to prepare you, to increase you, to develop you.
Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year. But eventually, it will subside, and something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever. I dare you to take a little pain. I dare you. I dare you not to go home. Somebody said, I can't go home, I feel bad. Go through it. You ain't gonna die. At the end of pain is success. You're not gonna die because you're feeling a little pain. So don't worry about a little pain. I want you to hear what I'm telling you. Some of you were soft, but you were born in the dark, and now you're soft. Every time you come up to a challenge, you quit, you surrender, you give up, you give in. Every single thing I go through, I remember I was homeless, and I draw from it. Every single time I'm going through pain, I remember that I've gone through pain since I was a kid. I draw from it. Recycle your pain. Get something from it. You're already in pain. Use it. Do something with it. Allow it to take you to the next level. Allow your pain to push you to greatness. I challenge you. I challenge you. I challenge you to be the best you can be and do everything you could possibly do before you leave this place. I know what you're feeling. I know exactly, because I've been there. I've done that. But you got to work through it. And if you work through your pain, on the other side is a reward
Your pain ain't permanent. Your pain ain't permanent. You can get through this. You bigger than your pain. You better than that. I use the pain to push me to greatness. And I'm telling you right now, don't give up. I'm telling you right now, don't give in. Get through it. And if you can get through it, if you can work through your pain, I'm guaranteeing you on the other side is a reward. Pain is not permanent.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowances for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating. And yet, don't look too good, nor look too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same. If you can hear the truth you've spoken twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life for broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at the beginning, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are done, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 40 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
Forget about your goals and find something that scares the shit out of you. So for example, when I was starting my business, even when I started online and started making YouTube videos, I wasn't sure what was up ahead. I knew what I wanted, which was to be able to put food on the table. The main thing for me was the fear of not being able to care for my family. I knew I wanted a home for them, but even that was not as eminent as I can't pay the bills, or creditors are gonna come knocking at my door, or I'm gonna have to turn off the lights, or I'm not gonna be able to buy food. These things that were gnawing at me, chasing me, chomping at my butt, those were the things that got me up every single day to do what I had to do. I'm kind of like a wartime general. I do really well under pressure. I need pressure there for me in order to get me going. So what I found in my life is that when things are going tough, when the war is at my back door, when there is a threat that's imminent, that's when It's showtime.
You know what? Whenever I face anything that's challenging, whenever anything sucks, I like it. It's gonna make me tougher. It's gonna give me a good story to tell. It's gonna toughen my mind. You know what military training is? You know what military training is? You know how they form a bond in military groups? They make you do stuff that sucks. That's what they do. So when something sucks, good. It's gonna make me tougher, and it's gonna make us stronger. And through a period of time, your brain doesn't like it, but it starts to realize this is a new way of thinking. We are now doing things that we are uncomfortable doing. We are doing things that we don't want to do. So the brain starts to slowly grow. And let's say you don't like to get up early in the morning time to go run. I hated it. I still hate it. You do that. You live uncomfortable to gain growth. You have to have friction in your life to gain growth. And the only way to do that is to make yourself uncomfortable and get to the point where instead of running from the things you don't want to do, you actually face them and start to gain more and more growth in your life.
You know, that chaos, that chaotic state, everyone's all fearful of it, you know. Everyone much rather prefer comfort state as opposed to chaotic state. If I had that option, if I had the fork in the road in life and I don't know where to go, what path to go, the comfort path or the chaotic path, you can damn well bet I'm going down the chaotic path. Why? Because I know that is going to be a path that leads to the creation of what I want. Nothing grows in comfort. Nothing but laziness and lethargic nature. Chaotic keeps you sharp, keeps you looking, keeps you, you know, when you're comfortable, you're not looking at your six. But you're going down an alley in the middle of the night, man, that's in a tough neighborhood, you're fucking looking, aren't you? Well, that kind of reaction, man, a chaotic state, that's your body looking. You're changing, you're aware, you're picking things up, you're analyzing everything. All of that is soaking in the transformation of an explosion of what you want to be, man.
For a diamond to be produced, it has to go through extreme pressure, extreme heat. And if that wasn't enough, what makes a diamond is the cuts. So if you want to be a diamond, you must go through extreme pressure. If you can't take pressure, then you're not a diamond. After you go through all the pressure you thought you could not handle, and you think it's over,